What is going on to you, Virgos? So, you Virgos have the Knight of Pentacles, the Devil, and the Empress. These three cards right here are all, this reading is all about how a lot of you Libras, you Virgos, I just did the Libra video, but a lot of you Virgos have, this is a very transformative reading, because the Knight of Pentacles and the Devil represents, and the Empress represents people's confusion, how warped and how sadistic and how delusional they are. They want you, people who swear out that they have your back want you to be in a cage. They want you to be able to do whatever it is that they want you to do and be their pet. Whenever it is that they say jump, you need to ask how high. And while acting like they're greater than you. So for them interacting with you, it all becomes a game of trying to get you hooked so that they can start using you for everything that you have. I'm trying to find the correct words, right? So now the Empress represents you have self-respect, though. That's the thing that's putting a wrench in a lot of people's plans or their machine. You have self-respect, and you see that a lot of people are really not open to actually be in a functional relationship. They just want to come around a lot of you Virgos that have something so that they can drain you dry like a parasite. And a lot of you Virgos essentially are not going for it. That's what the Empress is about. It's about you looking at this and sitting back and being quite patient and observant and being like, I'm not getting down with any of that. And a lot of people don't like that. They don't like it is. I've been saying over the past couple of weeks, it's getting harder and harder for people to play on a lot of you Virgos' emotions. Because what happens is it's getting harder and harder, because now it's like you're becoming too smart for it. You're looking at the confusion and the confusion of it all, that if a person wants to be your partner, have your back, why can't they do that? Why do they need to create all of these outlandish, crazy, top-heavy demands and expectations out of you when they can't even provide that type of lifestyle even for their own selves? And the Tower represents, now that you Virgos are asking those particular questions, this is where it is that a lot of you, especially you newer Virgos who are not hip to this, who are coming to my channel, a lot of you Virgos that's been here for a while, you know about this, but even more so now, still, even though you've been here for a while. And for you Virgos who are just coming to my channel, right, you're starting to get woken up. You're starting to see the forest for the trees of, hey, a lot of people spend too much time trying to use another individual and then act like they're strong and they're mighty and they've got something going on. And you Virgos' ability to ask questions is what's crumbling the games that people play down like a house of cards. And what I mean by that, we're going to get into it, because this is a very heavy and transformative reading. This is about you Virgos being done, like I said, being done dating for, I don't know, I honestly don't know. Or even if you are still dating, for some of you, very much so looking at the way you date completely differently, right? With the cynical pair of eyes. But cynicism is actually a step in the correct direction from naivety. Because when you are naive, it means that you are choosing to blindly not pay attention or to something, either that or you're not put on in the game. But most of the times when people say naivety, they're talking about blindness, right? Or not really deliberately not wanting to pay attention. And that's what it is that I'm trying to say, right? The idea that, that a lot of you Virgos, very much so, are not blinded anymore with the games that people would play, because now you're asking questions. And like it is that I said before, if you want to poke holes in a person's illusion, start asking questions. And now they have to answer those questions or work harder to make the illusion more believable. And then the thing is that the Knight of Wands now is, this is where it becomes more of a problem for other people that would try to run that on you. Because not only are you asking questions, but you're not as easy to locate anymore. That's another big thing too. You're not as easy to locate. A lot of people really can't find you. You're staying quiet, and like it is, as I said before, you're staying out of the way. And Virgo is a zodiac sign that is the magician. They could pull a disappearing act on you. So then now you have the Hierophant. You have a lot of people that want to know where your whereabouts, where you are, what you've got going on. And the Hierophant now is about people not knowing what to do with you, honestly. Because it's a situation where it's you Virgos have had so much game ran on y'all when y'all were younger, prior to this new age era of 2017, the trendy 6 feet, 6 figures, 6-pack, all of this, all of that, right? Beautiful, blonde, blue-eyed, buxom, slender, nice waist, nice chest, nice this, nice that, acrylic nails and all this other type of stuff. A lot of you Virgos are aficionados because you've seen this type of behavior for years. You know about this. You've seen these type of antics for years. You know what everybody is doing. Everybody is now having to catch up to what you Virgos was on 10, 15 years ago. The idea that a lot of people who are going to be running game on you, trying to get in contact with you, can't even find you. And even if they do have the ability to find you or locate you or reach out to you, you've got something to do. Now the Eight of Swords and the Six of Wands now is about, because you've been learning from your mistakes. You understand what it is that you were doing wrong, and that you understand that if you turn back to help people out, guess what it is that they're going to do? They're going to use every opportunity in the world to try to betray your trust if they could, to backstab you if they could, to do metaphorically speaking, of course, but to do everything that they possibly could. And the Eight of Swords represent a lot of you Virgos are just tired of feeling stupid for giving people a fair chance, wanting to be decent, not judging a book by its cover. And people use that narrative of don't judge a book by its cover and to trust me, so that they can have a way to go about hurting you, breaking your heart, deliberately, intentionally trying to do it, going out of their way. taking these long missions to do that. And the thing is that the Six of Wands now represents, but you being through that is liberating, because it's liberating because you will continue to be doing what you're doing. Busy. I know I'm starting to get, more busy, like a lot. Like it is, like I said before, in 2024, moving forward for the rest of my life, I'm not going to be in communication with the Keishas. All of this ghetto fabulous, all of this, excessive attitude. A person can't handle criticism. At the very least, they are an adult. What they fine and all of this. It's like, listen, you ain't that fine. You know what I mean? You're not that fine. But the Six of Wands speaks of a celebration, because a lot of you Virgos feel good about dealing with this so young. Because even myself, all the stuff that a lot of these people are talking about now, especially online, with the inequality and all this other type of stuff, I dealt with that since I was a teenager, 14, 15, 16, of seeing the dynamics, my own self with my own two eyes, of how it is that people choose terrible individuals that they know they're going to be terrible, but then they keep getting themselves into the drama, and then they complain, and then everybody gets fed up with the idea of they keep complaining about it, and then now it's like it's time to put up or shut up, and then they come to me asking me for help, and then they go off and they try to use me and they play games and they act stupid. But then they still stalking still to this day and trying to check in. But the Six of Wands is about, this is a celebration, because you're prepared. You're prepared for where the dating pool is going to go and what it is right now, because you're experienced, because you've seen this. So now the Ten of Pentacles and the Seven of Wands speaks to how it is that you Virgos realize no more of this having to spend exorbitant amounts of money on dates. The earth signs, Virgos, Capricorn, and Taurus, will be the zodiac signs to spend cash on a person. I used to do that, spend cash on somebody when you're dating them. And those individuals, those Keishas were so warped, they was thinking to themselves, I'm tricking. No. I'm not paying for anything except for the dinner. I'm not paying for you. I'm just paying for the dinner. But when the bill come and I pay for it, you don't have a problem with that. You see? So the Ten of Pentacles and the Seven of Wands represents, it's an idea of tightening up that belt. Taking some of your resources off of the table. Offering less. And that a person is not going to get more until they start offering more. Until they understand the idea of reciprocity. Soulful, heartful, grateful reciprocity. If they are ungrateful, you don't have to be with them. And a lot of you Virgos will exercise that right of association. And the Seven of Wands represents what people are not going to anticipate or expect is you Virgos actually not caring. Because Virgo is supposed to represent the zodiac sign of service. So it represents caring to a certain degree about another person because you want to service them well. But like it is that I said before, people so dumb, they take it too they take it too far, yo. Like all it is that you need to do is look into the eyes of some people. Try it out in real life. And you ever notice that you get this look about them and stuff like this ditzy, stupid look, this this stupid, this dumb, slow look, this big googly, this people who have something going on don't look like this. Ditzy, and they got these big pupils, and they're just, that's not intelligent. People have eyes like myself, normal eyes, because there's people home, there's, because the lights are on and there's people home, if you catch my drift. But a person who's out to lunch, you can tell just from looking at their googly eyes, yeah, that's a person that's gone. There's no one there. That's another way, that's another layer to be able to tell. It's just look in their eyes too. Now I'm breaking down to you, Virgos, how to physically check and look in their eyes. If you see individuals that you see that are just ditzy like that, that's how it is that you know, like, oh yeah, I can't take you seriously. Why? Yeah, you look stupid. Stupid has a look to it. They just, and it's talking. But the Seven of Wands represents they didn't think that you would actually wise up. And when I say they, the proverbial they, I'm not necessarily talking about a group of people that you stop talking to coming together in a huddle. I'm talking about the idea that a person may or may not have the mentality that getting close to you is going to be easy. You Virgos basically not wanting to date and being like, nah. Or maybe you Virgos that specifically do want to date will give them a chance, but you're very, very, very aware. And when you start to see certain deal breakers, certain things that call for, that ring a bell in your head, a lot of you Virgos will probably dip. You'll ghost, you'll vanish. And then the person will be like, yo. And for some of you Virgos that are a little bit more straightforward with it and wash their hands with it, a lot of you Virgos are going to be like, nah, I don't want to date. I don't want to be with anybody right now. Like, I'm good. And these people don't know each other that I'm talking about in a general sense, but they're going to be shocked at the fact that just the sheer numbers, because like it is, I said before, more and more people, specifically people with my anatomy, if you know what I mean, are stepping out of the dating pool, such as myself. You know, I will not date anyone living in the United States. It is a rule. I'm not doing it. I don't care how fine the person looks. And I've met some fine ones. I don't care. I will look. Yeah, this person is nice. This person is very nice. Yeah, this person is fine. This person is real fine. Very beautiful. Very attractive. But to say go over there and try to holler, dunzo. And there's no exception to that. I don't care how fine they are. I'm not flirting. Hey, I'm just an acquaintance, and I'm just having a conversation. So that is an exercise in futility. Show and prove. It's an exercise in futility, for me anyway, and for a lot of other people. So let's clarify the Ten of Pentacles. The Five of Swords, right. Ace of Swords, Two of Pentacles, right. Knight of Pentacles, right. Because you're tightening the belt, restricting things, restricting how much money you put out there and your resources and your attention. And a lot of people, even though they don't know each other, will have a hard time with this because you're expected to chase up on after them. The Five of Swords, they were going to use you for lunch dates and dinner dates and get free stuff and free food. Now they can't do that anymore. So the Ace of Swords, you're now hip to the game. And a lot of you Virgos are just essentially tired, exhausted of playing games. So it's like, okay, you just gonna get on down the road. Do what it is that you want to do, you know. And maybe even some of you Virgos will be like, you might as well just stay single. And the Two of Pentacles and the Knight of Pentacles represents, while they, Two of Pentacles, number one, dangle romantic fun in front of your face, dangle, being with a dysfunctional individual is better than being with you. When you Virgos are the people that they need. Y'all could hold down a job. The other person can't. On both sides. So the Two of Pentacles, here you are spending your resources, wasting your time and your dime to be with somebody, and all of this that they're doing is using you. So you, Two of Pentacles, you could imagine to any of the cross watchers how frustrated a Virgo may feel. How frustrated you Virgos feel. I know, because I am one. And then the Knight of Pentacles represents, so you're going to essentially spend your coins in ways and in places that you see fit, not what other people think in your pockets trying to tell you how you need to spend. That's a dub.